Hi there. I decided to do an impromptu live because I'm making some flowers and I thought you might want to see how it's done. So when I first started to do this, I got a pattern. And in hindsight, I wouldn't have bought the pattern. But I'll show you what the pattern's all about because now I just kind of do it without a pattern. So there's large flowers and small flowers. So every flower has a base. So basically, the base is just a circle. So medium, small, and then there's petals, and these are in different sizes. So E, D, C, so you see they get larger, B, and A. And then there's this piece, which is for making the center. And there are instructions, and it tells you for extra large how many to cut out of the petals and one base and all that. So this has seen better days. I've had it for quite a while. But as I mentioned, once you learn it, you really don't need the pattern. So I just was fooling around and did a few of these. This is the center. That's what the centers look like when you use that pattern. And then this is the start of a smaller one. So I'm going to continue with this. And then I have a great big flower to make. This will be part of it. I started the other night, but it's supposed to be like 20 to 25 inches. So this isn't going to be big enough, but we're going to start with a base that's this big. And I've already started some of the flowers, but for some of the petals, and that's kind of what they look like. So we'll work on this together, and I think it'll be fun. I got a new glue gun, yay! So happy about that. So these ones were probably this size on the outside, I would say. And this is probably a medium. So let's go to the next smallest. And I just have some of these cut out from a previous project. So I'm going to put the screen down and show you how it's done. So for every petal that you cut out, you put a little slit in it. Now these, they don't have to be this exaggerated, but I had some people helping me, and they were kind of doing their own thing at the time. So you just put a drop of glue on one of those sides, and then you just fold it over onto itself. Now, a good thing to do is to put a little bend in the petals. So I do that. I put them all together and just kind of fold it over my finger, just to give it a little bit of just a little life in there. Okay, and you don't always have to glue the same side every time, but just fold it over. Just like that, and hold it a second. So we'll make a couple of these and then we'll do a row. So maybe it's a good idea to bend it first. Okay. So happy to have a new glue gun. You know what? I threw the other one away, and perhaps it was unnecessary because I don't think my plug was plugged in all the way. That could have explained some of the failures I was having the other night. I was blaming it all on the glue sticks, but I think this, having a new glue gun is a good thing. Okay, this is heavier cardstock, and that's what I used on my other ones, but for whatever reason, right now I'm having difficulty bending them. And it's always fun to get hot glue on your fingers. Okay, so I have 4 of them. 2, 3. I'm going to make another one. And that's a great big one. I'll do another one this size. bend it over first, and then do the fold over. These slits might not be big enough. That could be possible. Okay, so once you get that done, then it's time to glue the petals that you have made inside. And you kind of want to stagger them. See? So I'm just going to keep going with that. I think I have a couple different sizes going here, but that's okay. Actually making these for a baby's room. So we're doing some hot pink and some ivory and some like a violet or a lavender shade. I think we need another petal in here. Oh, I have one. Okay. Okay. So let's do another row. The petals get real small, but I'm still going to do another row of these bigger ones. I think that'll work. Okay, I'm going to stack them up and just kind of put a little bend in them. Like I said, I think that's going to work easier with just a plain slit, but it's been a while since I've done these, so I guess I need to just get in the groove. It's like anything else. If you watch my Saturday shows, the step-by-step, speaking of getting in the groove, kind of a surprise ending to my two-part Edith Noble inspired dresser that I'm doing. And I am doing something I haven't done in a long, long time on there. It took me a while to get in the groove. So you'll have to tune in Saturday at 4 and see what the heck I'm talking about. So I'm super excited because I went premiere with Dixie Belle and my paint came in today, but I have to put it away now. I have to enter all those barcodes and put them out. So lots of things that I never had in the system before. And the idea of being a premier retailer is that you're basically contracted to never run out. So I have to keep up with the inventory. So that's good news for my customers who are buying paint. They don't have to worry about me being out of stock unless something comes up, unless they're on back order or something. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so see how this is looking inside? All right, now I'm going to do a little bit smaller leaf or petal. I keep calling them leaves. And we do have green also for some leaves. Okay, and like I said, there is a system here, or the instructions, and I would be happy to share that with anybody that wants to email me. Like I said, I bought on Etsy several years ago, and I still have that little piece of paper and these little patterns, so I would share it if you like. Just message me and put something in the comments, and I'll be happy to. Put your email address. Might take me a while to get it to you, but I'll do my best. Somewhere I have them downloaded on the computer, but I don't know whether it's on this computer or an older one. So I may just have to photocopy those patterns, scan them. Oops. So pretty easy, right? Seems like something almost anybody could do. I put the glue on the wrong side. Doesn't matter. Like I said, if there's whoever made the rules, that's great. It's good to have direction, but once you start doing it, you realize that, flowers really aren't perfect anyway. They're not like every single petal according to a pattern. So these don't have to be either. Okay, so again, we're putting these petals down in the center. This goes pretty quickly. It helped that I had these cut out. That's definitely one of the most time-consuming parts of it. And you'll see also when I go to the purple flower, okay. All right, now I'm going to use a different color for the middle. I have some ivory colored cardstock here. Okay. Okay, I might as well put this last little petal in. See, I have one of these centers already done, but I think we'll use that on an ivory flower. I think it'll be nicer to have a little contrast. So this is the pattern for that. But basically, you're making it twice as wide as that. So I just kind of, again, do my own thing and just cut a strip. You can even make it longer than that one. So you're just cutting a strip of paper, and then you're going to fold it in half lengthwise. I like the weight of this cardstock much better. Now the purple that I'm going to be using is real lightweight. So we have a variety here. Okay, so we crease it, and then all these little lines, what that is you're making slits in here, and you're not going the whole way down. I could probably go a little deeper with those. This is a fun thing to do with a couple people. If you were having maybe for a wedding or something, and you wanted to do these for the wedding or for a shower or whatever, it would just be a fun get together. I should have a class at the studio. So then what we start doing is just kind of rolling it up. Just keep rolling. Gets a little flat, but you can just press on it to make it round again. And sometimes it wants to lift up, but you can just keep reshaping it. Okay. So I'm going to put a little glue on the end. Close that up. And then I'm just going to kind of press down in so that everything's down at the bottom. You don't want it like pushed up like that. You see that? We don't want it raised up like that just because we want to get the glue on the bottom. So generously put it there, and then just go right down in the middle of your flower. And then while you're pressing that down, just kind of press open those little, that little center part, and all those little, I guess, stamen, they're going to come apart. There we go. Okay. And I have some green here for some petals. Now, I never had a pattern for these, but, you know, once again, this isn't too difficult. So this is kind of a small-ish rose, and we're going to have a couple small ones. So we'll just fold it in quarters and make a leaf shape on here. And I'm going to make the bottom flat because we're going to do the same thing we did with the petals. I just throw my garbage on the floor, and then when I'm done, I clean up. There's no one that comes behind me and cleans up, which is a shame, but I do it. Okay. Ever since quarantine, the dining room has become a studio. Okay, so just going to do a little slit like that. And this was a light enough weight that I could do it on all of them. And the same thing. And you can curl this leaf if you want to a little bit. You can maybe do it before or after you get the leaf shape. Or during, while we're drying the glue. Okay, we'll do another one. Fold that over a little bit. Glue. Hold. Okay, so we have 2 leaves. So just gonna put some glue on that. I really don't have these very well shaped, but I can still fool around with them and fold them over a little bit. It's nice if you have, you know, just use like a pencil or something. You can do that to shape them. Oh, it's nice having a glue gun that actually works. It's cool. The little things in life, right? All right. Let me put you up. And so there, we have a flower done. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think? Feel free to tell me in the comments. So again, I only have one person watching right now, so hello, whoever you are. Feel free to say hi, and if not, that's okay too. And like I said, whenever I do these lives, I always get a lot on the replays. So nobody expects me to be live on a Thursday night. This Thursday, right? I've been confused all day as to what day it is. Okay, so let's work on the monster flower a little bit. Set that one aside. I think it's really cute. And I'm going to grab this huge, huge base. So see how big it is? I'm gonna lay that down, and I gotta remember that I'm gonna put this in there at some point because I started it and it was too small. So I'll glue a couple of these on because I only have a couple of them made. And we want to make sure that we glue it towards the outside. I guess I better put the screen down again for you. Okay, so I'm putting the glue just along that outside edge. And just gluing that down, folding the edges over a little bit. And then when you do this, you want to overlap. So you can kind of make those petals just overlap each other. So I hope I'm getting this in the screen for you. Sometimes it's hard for me to see because I have to use my laptop. So one of these days, I'm going to have enough subscribers that I can go live and use a regular camera or my phone like I do when I do edited videos and take film. So I'll turn it this way maybe so you can see a little better. All right. It's kind of nice to sort of dry fit it, if you will, a little bit before you glue, because this one's like really coming in. So I want to make sure that we get that. So again, you want to overlap them a little bit. I'm gonna pick that up, and this is almost not, table's almost not big enough, or my area is not big enough. Okay, just gonna fold these over a little. I think this is going to be pretty. It's really loose right now, and this paper is lightweight, but I think if I get it the right amount of petals in here, it'll be pretty. Okay, so I only have one more petal made, and I'll show you how I went about making them. So again, I'm just kind of tucking that in there over the last one. All right, so I'm going to put this up and hold it up a second so you see where we're at so far. This one's going to be really nice and big. Okay, I have a few of these cut, these papers. These aren't regular cardstock. This is actually on a roll. This is a great big roll of paper that someone gave to me one time. And again, I have to take in all these stray things that no one else wants. And, you know, I store it, and then one day I have a use for it. So that's what happens. Makes everybody happy because the other person's getting rid of their junk. Okay, so I'm very loosely just putting two of these together, and I'm just going up the side. I'll hold it up in the air so you can see it. Just making a little dip. Actually making two little dips, or three, I should say, and then coming down the petal. Okay, and then on these ones, I'm doing more than one slit. If I could do one, but I think these ones, because they're so big, I've been doing two slits on them. So I'm going to cut some more. I could probably do more than two because the paper is really lightweight. So I'll do three here. So hopefully we can get this big flower completed tonight. And then maybe do another little one And if we don't get them done, I'll certainly follow up with you so you get to see them. I did a backdrop in for my bridal rentals, and it was like a chalkboard, and I did all kinds of these fantasy flowers on it. And they hold up surprisingly well. I don't know how these ones will do because they're really more like paper. But I think for a large flower, if I put enough petals in it, it'll be fine. So again, I really didn't, here's like a regular pattern, and maybe I could put more ruffles in it, but this is just how I went with it. Okay, I'm going to put them all together. I like that they're not uniform, that they're all different sizes. And then really just put it over my arm, kind of, to do a little bit of a fold over to get that in there. You don't want to put a crease in it, but okay, I'm going to put the screen back down again and do some more gluing. Get these petals ready. I want to get two at a time here. I'm going to be daring and put glue on both of them and see what happens. Crazy, huh? Okay, I'm just going to set these aside till I get them all done. This is so quick. Okay, I did those two different ways, so this one I'll have to go under. Maybe that'll stand up differently. I think it's going to be really neat to see these on a nursery wall. Babies are so much fun. Okay. Had the crease kind of going the wrong way. You know what? It's only paper. We can scrap one. I don't like the way that one's folded. Do that one again. I'm getting so much glue on my fingers. It's a lot hotter on this paper just because it's thinner. We'll be all right. Okay, so I have the petals that I did. So again, we're going to kind of keep going around here and just sort of dry fit it on. And I put the glue around here. Ow, 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 ow. Yikes. Got a little pool of glue there and stuck my finger right in it. another glue stick here. It's so nice to have a glue gun that actually responds when you put another stick in. I hope you can see. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. I think we're going to need another row. Whoops, trying to do that upside down. I think we're going to need another row of petals before I put that insert in that I already have done. Like this. Yeah, we're going to need a lot, and definitely another row of petals. I'm going to probably keep them like around the same size because we're just doing a lot of petals on this one. Okay, so that's the last petal on that row. Okay, now I have one done, so I'm gonna start in this next row. And then we'll have to cut some more. I kind of want to stagger them a little bit, so we'll just overlap. Okay, so I'm gonna put the screen up and hold it up so far. It's looking good. All right, up there with you. And let's cut a few more. So I have to get the whole big roll up here, so I'm sorry about if I make a lot of noise. And again, I'm not too worried about perfection or anything close to it. So glad I finally have a use for this because I wasn't sure. I thought it would make great flowers. So it was just neat that someone asked me to do purple flowers. I can do a little bit of everything. I have an appointment tomorrow to talk to someone about painting their countertops. And yes, you can do that with Dixie Belle paint. Got one more and then we'll make petals out of them. Okay, so the reason I made, I used pink for the base of these, for the large flower. Mainly because of the weight of this paper is so much lighter. So I wanted to use the heavier, so I used the pink, and I had to use, I had to do a couple. I had to do like 4 parts to it to get a circle. I like that these are just all different shaped petals. Who needs a pattern? We get the idea. making those slits in them. Okay. I'm gonna have a real mess to clean up. All right, and put them all together and do the fold over your hand, your arm. You could even use a rolling pin or something like that if you wanted to. They don't seem to stay too much in there anyway, but it just kind of gives it a little bit of a different shape. All right. Put you back down again. Not that you haven't seen me do this a couple times, but trying to fly through it so we get a completed flower tonight. You know, I find people worry so much needlessly when they're doing, like when I'm teaching classes and stuff. People just worry about how they're doing it. Am I doing this right? It's like there's really no wrong way to do anything, especially when you think about your end results. I can understand if you're sewing something and you need you need the pattern to work, you need the seams to line up, that kind of thing. You have to be kind of follow some protocol there. But when you're doing stuff like this, think about it. A flower is a flower, and they're all different, and it's going to be pretty no matter what you do. So just don't stress when you're doing projects like this. You can see I'm not neat or anything. It's just the repetition of doing what you're doing that gets you the results. Sometimes I doubt what I do too. It's not like I'm super confident in all my abilities. Like I said, that project I'm working on for this week's step by step is going to be it was a stretch for me. Okay, so we have those petals done. So I am bringing the big flower in again. Okay, so here's where I started on the inside. I hope you can see. I'm going to put it up just a little. Okay, so here's where I started. You can see that. So I'm going to dry fit one in there. Stagger them. So it's going to go in here. Okay, now here's a weird one. I feel like I'm gonna kind of go a little bit off the beaten path here and try to remedy this situation somehow. I think I'm just there. I think I'm just gonna tuck one under here because I feel like there just needed to be an extra petal in there. I want this to be full because it's so lightweight. Throw another glue stick in here. Sticking together. I love this. It's so full. Now we're definitely going to have to mess around with some of these petals, but I'm going to, before I hold it up, I'm going to just fit this in here a second. Oh yeah, we still need another row, at least another row of petals in there, if not two, before we put that one in. Okay, I'll hold it up. You can see how full it's getting. It's pretty cool. It's going to be pretty. And once we get it all done, I have stuff sticking on here. Once we get it all done, again, I can come back and really play with these petals, gently roll them, and try to get them to, have a little more of a petal shape. But I think it's looking pretty cool. Okay. So we need more petals. Back to the drawing board. I wish there was a speed way to do this. I'm probably doing the speediest way, but what I was working on today, I would have paid somebody to do what I was doing today. And it's supposed to be a hobby and it's supposed to be fun. And I can't wait till you see it on Saturday. I haven't getting my muscles today. I'll take 3 of them. I did 5, so we'll do 3 and 2. So after you see me do this several times, pretty sure that you can do it. And I don't know whether it's something you would like to do. Just let me know in the comments if you would. And certainly you can send me some pictures too. This would be fun for a little girl's, like a princess party, once we're allowed to have parties again. Yeah, I say that, but I feel like if everybody does what they want to anyway, right? Seems like it anyway. About masks, and lots of people do, but it's surprising how many people don't. Alrighty, put you back down again. Can you imagine my poor tablecloth if I didn't have this paper now? Because half the time I'm gluing onto the paper. But I have a brand new tablecloth ready to put on the table, but I won't do it yet. Because this one is getting a little bit beat up. I don't usually work from home, but, ever since quarantine, and ever since I started doing Tuesday Talk, I love doing this from home. because sometimes it feels like I'm in the store all the time. And I do some filming there. I do a lot of filming there when I'm painting and working on another project that we're filming there. Ow. So it's nice to be home. Okay, gonna pull the big flower over. And I will put the screen up just a tad. And I hope you're able to see this instead of it just being a lot of noise. Yeah, one of my pet peeves in life is paper noise. I hate the sound of rattling paper. But if I'm doing it, it's not that bad. I don't know why. But when someone else is, forget about it. I may have told you that before. My kids take full advantage of it. They know how to get. They don't do it now that they're adults, but when they were kids, they definitely enjoyed rattling paper just to get on mom's nerves. I just kind of miss those days, you know. But now I'm sure my grandkids will figure it out soon enough. Wow, I'm going through the glue sticks with this, that's for sure. Okay, what is it about this one I don't like? I feel like I need another petal in there, but I'm just going to lay this in here and see if we're ready. I don't know. I think we need another row. I think in here there's a little, so here's the thing. I think there's some spaces where there's a little too much room. Yeah, definitely. When I held that up, I think you could see the pink base. So, I don't think we need a full round though. But you know what? The fuller this flower is, I think the prettier it's going to be. So we're getting so close. I appreciate you hanging in with me. We won't keep you on any longer than an hour. So I would love to get another little one in. So I think I might do, I'm going to do 3 petals here. And then see if we're able to put that middle section in. And then what I can do is I'll do another little flower for you. And then I'll just follow up with the big flower when it's done. Unless you want me to keep going. But you have to comment and let me know if you do. I think I'll make some great big leaves for the big one too. I can do a full sheet. So I think that'll make it, I just think that'll make it look nice. Because there's some petals on the outside that are kind of like weird, just kind of not sticking out as much, but more sticking in. And I think it'll help in those areas. It'll look like it's supposed to be that way. All right, here she comes again. Let me get that out of there. Okay. I hope you can see. Just gonna keep layering these in where I feel it needs it. Tuck that one in there. This is gonna be so pretty. Okay. Now let me fit this in here. Yeah, that's much better. And if you notice on here, I got some really good folds going. Okay, so this is on a base, so I'm just going to put glue on this whole base. And down you go. I actually think I could use another petal in here, and I might be able to put it in. If you can see in there, there's a little bit of pink spot right in here. Right in here. So I'm going to make another petal for there. It's looking pretty good. There's actually a couple places. So I'm going to set this one aside for now. And let's do one of the little ivory colored ones. So I'll get a couple sheets out here. All right. We're just going to do a small one. So that's a real small one. Let me see. The directions for a small say 4D and 4E and one base. So we'll try this real small one. Okay. And I'll do I mean, you could take time and trace these on here, but I don't do that. Okay, and instead of that, see how somebody had put a big slit in there? Really just one little slit is all you need, like that. Okay, so I need 2 more of these. Okay, so we have our 4Ds. Let's get 4Es. Small petal. We still have to cut our base. And it still calls for a center. So I think we'll do the center of this one. Maybe we'll do that in some of my scraps with the purple. I think that would be pretty. Okay, so I didn't cut the slit in these. 4Ds, 4Es, and let's cut a base. Okay, sort of a circle. Good enough. Okay, maybe we'll use, well, I said I was going to do a purple one, so let's do that. I feel like it doesn't need to be real big. And fold. I'm going to even this up a little bit. All right, and we're going to put the slits in here. Time-consuming little maneuver. Roll it up. We'll just get this part out of the way so the flower's ready to, the middle's ready to plop in right at the end. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put a little fold in these. And these ones are just one little slit in them, so it's just one fold over. Okay, another glue stick. All right, so let's get started on, well, might as well do the other row, huh? That way we'll just put it together all at once, real quick. Fold this one a little. Trying to think. Oh, the water slide paper is what we did on Tuesday. And that was a real mess. So I have to experiment some more and follow up with you guys on that. I think I did that in the opposite direction of my crease, but that's okay. All right, so we have our sort of circle. So this one's going to be so easy. You just have to remember to tuck them in under the last one. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, I have glue everywhere. All right, second row. Oh, great, these ones are stuck together already. And the last petal. Doesn't want to go in. We'll just force it in. Okay, so I'm just going to set this down in here a second. Yeah, I think we have enough. All right, so I'm going to glue this end on first. And then glue on the bottom of it. Set it down in there. And while you're pressing down on it, you're spreading out the little stamen in the center of the flower. All right, isn't that cute? It'll be really pretty with the pink. And then, of course, the big purple one. So I'm just going to make a couple leaves for this one. Those are kind of too big. So make a little more scales leaf for that one. Okay, fold a little bit. Overlap. Okay, and then we're going to put a little glue on the leaf and just tuck it in the bottom here. There. So pretty. I think maybe I'll do another one over on this side. All right, we're just about done here for tonight. I certainly appreciate you sticking around and watching with me. And don't forget to watch on Saturday for the exciting conclusion of the Edith Noble inspired bohemian dresser. All right, there you have it. And again, put it with the pink one. I think they're so cute. All right, well, thanks for watching and see you again soon. Bye. Guess I should put this up here. Bye.